hit on him, and he lets it fall out of his hands.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott off play action. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Brought down by Ed Oliver. Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity, and he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66, and a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Down to the 22-yard line. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Got his, and I think the ball's out. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has...
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll swing this out to Tony. So he stopped for no gain, and that'll make it second down. Running left, it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Devin Harper. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
After 7-0. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Up the gut, Fournette. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
The Cowboys at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 31, Prescott.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Steps away.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Prescott from the gun.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott from 8 yards out.
And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharp.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he takes this one back. Zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day, but you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a third game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the third one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
On third down, Fournette. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott.
He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Murrah, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession. Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him. Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Crowd keeps moving. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Murray. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long. And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. The first down carry by Elliott. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On second down, Elliott. Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play fake. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Pardon me, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down is Murray. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Giants with possession of the football, but needing points as we start quarter number 4. On first and 10, here's Murray. This is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A first down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Another run, this time McCaffrey.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Here we go with McCaffrey. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Giants are going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here pulled in by Galladay.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. That's out to his running back, Fournette.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Murray now to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Murray's throw caught by Tony.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. Now Murray again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Anthony Brown.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Prescott.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This is McCaffrey on the give. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a 1st down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Now Murray. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for Dallas, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And now they'll have a few extra days.